Hey guys, what is up? Sloppy here, and we're at the Christmas Village because, no real reason. Just wanted to start here. Today was the day of the new update, Wednesday. That's why the episode's coming out today instead of tomorrow, because I really wanted to play with this update. Let's look at it. There's a bunch of new stuff. For one, a couple new menus. You can see the text is a touch different, but we have 5 new machines to play with. Let's see. We have a sensor, which is really cool. We'll play with all these in just a second. I'll just show you guys. We have a mob spawner. We have an Arcsine, we have a block phaser, and we have a loot spawner. We're going to check out what all those do, but first we need to go get some obsidian and some iron to craft them. I'll show myself crafting them, but also check out this. There's a new teleport menu. So let's jump into that, and I'll be back with you guys in a second. We'll craft everything up and then experiment with them. Okay, let's craft some things. So we can craft Zasensa. Bang, sensor, we can craft the Arcsine. Bang, Arcsine, we can unlock the block phaser, which might be the thing I'm most excited about. Magnetite, obsidian slab, arcstone. So they're all pretty cheap. We need bones for that. Bones, 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 bones. I must have some bones, right? Oh my goodness, it's gonna be like the one place I don't have bones in storage. Oh, come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. You gonna do this to me? There they are. So let's see. We can make the mob spawner, and we can unlock the loot spawner, which is gonna be super cheap. Okay, so let's go out here and start playing with these. I've brought a few other machines to see how they, interact. So let's start. I watched the most of the live stream they did to show off this stuff. Twitch.com/playful or something. Switch.tv/playful. So let's start with the sensor, and we'll just use a beacon. So if I put the beacon over here, let's turn that off. So the sensor is this cool block, which looks pretty neat. The other thing they did, which I think is one of the best changes ever. So you know how before you had to go over to your electronic thing to check out connections and whatnot? Now you can actually check out the connections by just pressing N holding your glove, which is awesome. So this is the inside of the sensor, and basically if I go to this, you can see it creates a box, and that's actually the sensor. So you can make this box, well, let's see, you can make it 32 by 32 by 32, and it goes to the right. So if I enter this box, it outputs a signal, basically. So I can change that to be players or creatures, and it'll show message. So let's, I'm going to move this down one, because it seems like it makes more sense. So that's sort of it right now. Let's make it a couple blocks wide, and like a couple blocks high. So that's like a one wide entryway. So if I walk through this, it should output a signal. So we'll send it to here. So let's see what that does. So it kind of works as a pressure plate in this example. But I can make that like a really, I can make it like a box. So anytime I'm inside of this box, it's highlighting stuff. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. I also just want to check this show message thing. So I kind of want to see how it shows message. Oh, it sends you a message like right there. Okay, that's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. So anytime I'm inside of that, it sends me a message. So you could do some pretty cool stuff with that. That's the sensor block. That's pretty neat. So now let's check out the Arcsine. This is a new way to distribute text. And see there's 4 inputs on it. 4 inputs, that's a lot. Output message. Let's make the message that. So right now it's just on. We could turn that off. Imagine we could hook it up to the sensor. Let's just hook it up to something else to try it. Let's hook it up to a switch. No. Okay, so what did that attach to? That attached to input number 3. So let's cut that out, put it up here. So I'm powering the torch, which is sending a signal to this, but it's not doing anything. Let's send it to the right on the top there. Okay, so I attached it to the one that was right on the top, and now it works. So what is that? That's enabled. Enabled and input? So if I delete this, so it's not going to work. So now it's just the enabled, and it works fine. We'll play with that a little bit more in a second. I want to check out these other ones. The block phaser. Come on now. Come on now. I trolled myself, apparently. The block phaser looks really cool. So the block phaser basically allows you to, like... So it allows you to phase blocks up to 8 tall. So I'll show you guys... So you can make like crazy doors and stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 blocks tall. So we can like phase these in. Let's interact with it. So I think we have to go like this. So you can click on them to enable, can interact. So if I activate this, yeah, it phases them all out and then you can walk through. So you can make some like epic doors and mini games and stuff. That is so freaking cool. Wait, can I do this? Can I make like some of them not phase? Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is like the coolest thing ever. That is so neat. And then I imagine you can... Well, let's just try hooking it up to a sensor. So let's put a sensor... Well, actually the sensors go to the right, right? 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 So let's do... Oh. Why is there a pumpkin showing up? And then... It's also got a receive on it, which is interesting. Why, So that should phase out when I'm in this. Yeah. So you can make some really cool doors. Walden said something about his house having a cool door now, so we'll go check that out in a second. These are some cool blocks. Let's check out these last two, the mob spawner and the loot spawner. So let's... The mob spawner is this little thing on the floor with like a footprint. And you can choose, I guess, anything to spawn. And then spawn it and kill it. Let's try getting a mossy leafy. Let's make it aggressive. And we'll give it an input of a switch. We'll give it an input of a switch. You can make some cool mini games and stuff, I guess, with this. Looks like you can only spawn one at a time. So if I have this one over here, I spawned it in aggressive. So let's see. No, you can spawn in more than one at a time. Why did I choose one that can poison me? That was dumb. So you can spawn in more than one at a time, which is pretty cool. Very cool. Let's get rid of you. Just get out of here, man. So that's the mob spawner, which is interesting. Which is really interesting. It seems like a little OP. Now you can just spawn these in and crush them. That's cool, I guess. Can I spawn in the thing? Yeah, you can spawn in a thing. You can spawn in whatever. It seems like that's a really easy way to troll people. The last thing is the loot spawner. So let's take a look at what you can do with this. So you can spawn in... Are you kidding me? That seems way overpowered. I mean, we'll try it. But... receives. Let's just try changing it up. Maybe it's like a random chance thing. Okay, it doesn't appear to be working, which might be a good thing. Let's just see if we can do like the most minimal thing. Okay, so the loot spawners don't work, or maybe it's like a server permission thing. I will say, towards the end of the, these are some pretty cool blocks. Towards the end of the live stream, they did mention how they were, a lot of these things were to try and help people create like adventure maps. And the next update, I think they said something about like continuing along that theme. So apparently it's all about creating adventure maps, which I can definitely see with like the mob spawner, the sensor, all that sort of thing. So hopefully some adventure maps coming to Creativerse. That'd be really cool. Anyway, before I end this update of video, I want to go check out Walden's door, because he said he did something with the block things. Oh, the other thing I want to check out, actually, I was thinking about this earlier. Can these be placed sideways? You know what? We can do it like right here. Yes. I was thinking it'd be really cool. You can make like Halo type bridges where like when you cross a sensor, it, you know. So let's see, can we like phase these out and make like a super cool bridge? I'm not, oh, did I forget to click save? Sometimes I just press escape. Yeah, so you can create really cool bridges and stuff, or you can put them in the roof. So they are rotatable. That was one thing I was a little concerned about. The other thing, sorry, before we go check out Walden's fancy playtime, you know what? We'll just use the mob spawner. I want to check out, they said something about being able to push mobs with, yeah, let's just get a pigsy. Requires loot. We'll check that out in a second. But they said something about being able to, you can like push mobs now. You can push mobs, or you can pull mobs. So yeah, you can, if you click on them, it kind of shoots them. They're playing Pigsy Soccer, which is something we might have to set up. That's something we might have to set up, but yeah, you can kind of, that's, I guess, kind of neat. Sorry, so what is this requires loot? Requires loot. Appears nothing happened. If I throw loot down. These might be like things that you need to like run the server to be able to do. I'm not really sure. So if I throw loot, that's loot right on top of it. No, I apologize. I don't know what that's for. I don't know what that does. Requires loot. Spawn a monster of your choice. Place items in the inventory to transfer to the monster as loot. Place items in the inventory to activate transfer to the monster as loot. Place items... place items in the inventory. I don't understand. The inventory of what? Where is an inventory? I don't see an inventory here. Do you guys? I don't know. Like a night pigsy. Alright, well, I'm not sure what to do with that. Let's go check out Walden's thing. We can use that fancy teleporter graphic once again. We're going to go check out Walden's doors, see what he did. I assume he used the block phasers. He was talking about block phasers before he told me he had a cool door. Let's go check it out. Yeah. Cool update. Cool update. I'm excited for adventure maps. I think this is like a great step towards being able to make really cool adventures. So maybe I'll try making one someday. Maybe I'll try making one someday. A cool sign, mob spawner. I don't know what this loot spawner... Maybe you just need server permission or something. Oh, so he just made his door. I bet there's a sensor at some point. No? Well, Walden, I'm not sure. So yeah, that's one thing you can do with it. But you can see you can, like, being able to select blocks, you can make it really specific. The only downside I see to this is that there's no way to get in. Come on, Walden. You're better than this. Where's the way in from outside? Anyway, that's going to do it for this update video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, let me know. Leave a like. Let me know in the comments if you guys have done anything really cool with these blocks yet, or if you guys have figured out some cool stuff about, like, the loot spawner, the mob spawner, or any of these blocks. Let me know in the comments, you know, and then I can, you know, learn, and other people can look at it and be like, oh, okay, so this guy making the video is an idiot. But yeah, there's plenty you can do with the different blocks. Anyway, yeah, leave a like, subscribe for more Creativerse. I'm not sure I'll be able to make one for tomorrow, but that's beside the point. And I'll catch you guys later. R38, out. Ciao.